Following segment sponsored by Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Bristol.
We are back on location for our Hard Rock Insider here on Daytime Tri-Cities, this time taking you into the hotel because with all this fun, you'll want to stay a couple of days. Let's go inside and check it out. All right, we have stepped inside the lobby with Hotel Operations Manager Amanda McElroy. Amanda, thank you for having us out today.
Absolutely.
It is beautiful when you step inside. You can tell you're someplace special when you check in here at the hotel.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we go to a lot of trouble.
Yes, absolutely. And talking about just when you get up to your rooms, so many beautiful rooms. I feel like each one has a little bit different personality.
Yes, yeah, we have over 300 rooms and suites on our property. And they all come like beautifully appointed with just the various Hard Rock signature amenities. A fan favorite is our Sleep Like a Rock bedding. It's got the pillow top mattress, which is just very exciting for all of our guests. They're always raving about it. And then of course we do have our 65-inch TVs that have the streaming ability. So if you're in the middle of binging a show, you can pick up right where you left off before the trip.
I love it. Such luxury when you check in. And then of course so much to do. Love the pool. It's so beautiful. And of course, that is one of those attractions.
Absolutely, yes. We have a very unique pool deck at our property. It's an indoor-outdoor pool deck, and so it is heated year-round, and they keep it at that crisp 85 degrees, so it's comfortable whether it's December or it's the middle of July. We also have a lovely jacuzzi for people to catch the rays, and we do have these very exciting private cabana rentals with dedicated service. They will be available Memorial Day weekend every day onward for the summer season.
So whether you're here for the girls' weekend or it's that staycation or you're celebrating that couple's anniversary, so many opportunities to make everything that elevated special.
Yeah, we really try to cater to a wide audience. You know, we have a lot of local dedicated people that just come to get away for a few days in the middle of the week. We're a great stopping point if you're on your way somewhere else just to relax and be catered to and taken care of. And then of course, you know, if we are also a destination, so a lot of people have started really coming here just for us or some of the other great offerings of the Bristol area.
Oh, everything just right here on property, from the restaurants to the casino, not to mention the spa we have behind us, which, oh my goodness, so many services to choose from.
Yes, yeah, they have been doing a lot of work since opening. It's no small feat to open a spa.
Yeah.
We have some very dedicated providers that have been training on all kinds of different offerings, you know, using bamboo in their treatments, really just kind of turning the whole thing on its head. So we offer facials, we offer massages, body wraps, we have some spring specials that they have out as well. Yeah, they're a very, very talented group, and you can actually book online just conveniently for those.
And speaking of convenience, you have Hard Rock Live bringing in just amazing artists.
Yes.
And what a great weekend to be able to go to a show that and then just walk back up to your room.
Absolutely, it's all in the comfort of one building.
Yeah. What's it like for you when guests come in, when they're checking in, and then when they're checking back out, the response that you get, the reaction from their stay?
Oh, people, I mean, just even this lobby, people look around and they just understand, you know, it's very grand, very luxurious. They know, you know, immediately that they're going to be taken care of by our staff. We really pride ourselves on the service that we give and just the friendliness and always being available to help people 24/7, 365.
Yeah, and you've got a wonderful gym. If they want to get their workout in, they can do that.
Yes, yeah. So even though the pool Body Rock Fitness Center, it's located on that pool deck. It is usable for our hotel guests 24/7. They can just stop by the front desk to get a little key to use it so they don't have to interrupt their routine at all.
Isn't that nice? And then so many restaurants to choose from.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, we have just a plethora of options. My personal favorite is Yu. They have great offerings of both Asian and Indian dishes, but of course we have some of those classic signature burgers at our Hard Rock Cafe. And we even have in-room dining if you just don't want to go out and want to just enjoy the comfort of the hotel room.
Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, what a special place. Amanda, thanks for taking some time with us.
Absolutely.
You can book your vacation. You can start right here by going to their website, and you can select your date and time, and you can check in for some luxury stay, enjoy a great show, lots of food, and don't forget the spa.
And we're going to treat someone like a rock star with our Hard Rock Insider Ultimate Giveaway. Scan this QR code that you see right now here on your screen. One winner will receive a night's accommodations and a $100 food and beverage voucher. We will announce the winner coming up during our live show from Hard Rock Bristol. Tune in for that. It's going to be a whole lot of fun coming up next Thursday, April the 30th. We're back with more of Daytime right after this.
The preceding segment sponsored by Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Bristol. Honor Flight of the Appalachian Highlands has another mission coming up next week, and they also have two big fundraisers for Honor Flight that are coming up as well. Here to get us ready for Halfway to Halloween and Derby for Heroes and Hounds are Michelle Stewart, Star Beverly, and David McGill. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Chris.
And David, I'm going to start with you. You just got back from one of these missions.
I did.
Tell us about it.
You get up early.
Well,
it's kind of like boot camp.
Okay. I don't think they're yelling at you quite as hard.
No, they didn't yell at us, not very often.
Okay.
But you're treated like royalty.
Yes.
You don't carry anything. You have someone handling your luggage. It was fantastic.
Right.
I've made
What's
a
the
few
one thing you
trips.
took away from that experience?
The camaraderie with the other veterans.
Great.
It's. I talked with my roommate some, and it opened up some areas that I had locked away for many, many years.
Right. Well, I appreciate your service to this country. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, let's talk about these two big fundraisers we have coming up, and we'll talk about that next mission coming up as well. Star, I'm going to start with you. Halfway to Halloween.
Yes, halfway to Halloween.
Tell
We're
us about
excited.
it. Yes. When's it coming up?
So it'll be next Saturday, May the 2nd,
Okay.
and we're going to have it at Kingsport Reserve at 201 East Center Street in Kingsport. So we're going to do a meet and greet from 6 to 8 with our veterans. So if you're a veteran, come on out, join us. All veterans are welcome to come out during that time, shake your hand, thank you for your service. And then at 8 p.m. starts the main event. There'll be a $5 cover, which goes to the organization. And then we have a band downstairs, a DJ upstairs. We want to have a costume contest going on, so get those costumes ready. And then we're going to have raffles going on throughout the night. We've got things to give away from $10 all the way up to $600 throughout the night. They're going to have special drink specials, food specials, and our sponsors will be there with tables upstairs, so we'll get to meet them. So, so far we're a little over halfway to our goal for the event so far.
All right. So I want to encourage you, get your costume.
Yes, get your costume.
I mean, have some fun.
That's
I
right.
mean,
We're here to
before
have
it gets too
fun
hot
and-
with summer and all that, before we even get to Halloween, get to celebrate.
That's right, and enjoy and meet our veterans that
Absolutely.
fought for our freedom, and so we're just excited to bring awareness to our community about the program.
All right, and let's talk about this Derby event that's coming up. Tell us about that.
Jackson's Prime in Jonesboro is partnering with Honor Flight again, and they are doing a Derby party. So bring out the big hats and come out to the restaurant and have food. It is a joint benefit. It's going to benefit the Washington County Animal Shelter, then also Honor Flight. So it's looking like it's going to be a great evening. Cheer on the horses. We're going to watch it on the big screen. Just have a time together to come together and support what Honor Flight and the Animal Shelter does.
Very good. Sounds like a great evening. All right, now we just finished up one mission.
We did.
And David is here to tell us about that, but tell us about this next mission that's coming up.
You know, we just are filling up next week a lot with the Halloween event, the Derby party, and now Mission 17. It will depart from the Jonesboro Senior Center. We are so grateful for them hosting us. We have 21 local veterans that'll be making the trip to DC to have their long overdue Day of Honor. Departure will be Friday. We will have a program at 7:30 and depart at 8. Then the welcome home will be Sunday at 5. And we encourage the community to come out on Sunday, wave flags, hold signs. Just let those veterans know as they come home that their service and sacrifice is appreciated. And it's our community's chance to change their experience from when they came home from service.
And these trips, so vitally important.
They are.
They really are. And
are.
I think David can testify to that.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's give everybody the information. Thank y'all for stopping by.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for
Let's
having
give everybody
us.
information. Let's start with Halfway to Halloween coming up on May 2nd at the Reserve. It is going to be so much fun. Get your costumes ready. Going to have some fun there and help out Honor Flight of Appalachian Highlands. And we also have Derby Day, that Derby event for Heroes and Hounds coming to Jackson's Prime in Tennessee's oldest town. If you got your phone out, they got a QR code right there. You can scan that right there and get everything you need to do right there. Great food, great times. It's going to be a great night to help out our veterans. It is Food City Friday, and we have Chef Julie with us here today. Got your colors
I do.
lined
I
up.
look like a candy bar.
We're talking about Dubai chocolate today, and
We are.
and I'm going to tell you something. It is really, you know, we get these things that just take off and go viral, and Dubai chocolate over the past couple of years has just blown up.
Well, it really has, and
Yeah.
I knew a little bit about it, but I've learned a whole lot more, and I thought I might like to share that with y'all so you can
Right.
kind of understand what it's all about, and then later we'll show how you can put something together that uses those flavors in
Okay.
your own kitchen. But Dubai chocolate actually started back in, I guess, the 2021. There was a chocolatier in Dubai, and she was expecting, and she got a hankering, you know, as
Oh,
many
yeah.
pregnant folks do. And so she came up with this idea of putting these ingredients together, which is mainly a pistachio cream
Okay.
and something called katafi, which we'll get into that in a minute, which is real crunchy.
Okay.
And putting that in chocolate. And she had another chef help her create a bar, and they had this chocolate company they had, and it was going fine. But then a TikTok video came, one of those ASMRs where it's all about
Yep.
the sound and everything.
To get that crunch going.
And overnight, it took off like crazy. They had people from all over the world clamoring for bars of their own. And the bars they made were really thick and decadent and huge and very expensive and scarce. Well, you can't copyright a recipe.
Right.
And you can't trademark a name that has a country or a geographical
Ah,
location in it.
okay.
So she's not cashing in on this trend from everyone else. You can't license
started it.
She started it, and I think
Yes.
her company, Fixed Chocolate, I think, is still going. However, everyone and their uncle has hopped on the bandwagon.
True
and
story.
So, and Food City has these bars here. These are made by Lindt, which
Oh,
is a
yeah.
Swiss chocolate company that I saw when I went to Switzerland. They were everywhere. And they're starting to show up. The flavors of Dubai chocolate are starting to show up in restaurants, in other unrelated food items, not just chocolate candy bars. And so the real game here is the pistachio cream.
Right.
It is not an ingredient we kind of have locally.
Do you make pistachio cream like you make like peanut butter?
Well,
How do
it's
you do
similar,
it?
but if you look at the ingredients on the back, it's mostly sugar, of course. So it's a little hard for you to make your
we
own.
said this is going to be a sweet
It's
treat.
going to be a sweet treat.
Right.
So I actually ordered these, and
Okay.
you can order them. This is just the pistachio cream plain.
So these are two different types.
Right, this is just the cream itself.
Okay.
Which again is mostly pistachio, well, maybe a third pistachios, and then lots of sugar and oil and some vanilla.
Very
This-
creamy,
Very
yes.
creamy. This is it, but it has the katafi in it.
Okay.
So it's already crunchy.
All right.
So those, but again, you kind of have to go online and find some of that kind of stuff. But the katafi is the deal, is what gives it the crunch. And katafi is kind of like a shredded phyllo dough, but it's not exactly.
Okay.
I looked into this. It's actually made on machines where they extrude these tiny little things. And I actually procured some frozen for us.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So here, see how it looks kind of like hair-like?
Yeah. It almost looks like
It
angel
almost
hair.
looks like angel hair pasta, but even
yes. Mm-hmm.
skinnier than angel hair pasta. That's what katafi is in its raw form. It comes in these big, long lines. They cut it off. And to make this, which is what's inside the Dubai chocolate bar,
Right.
they chop it up and they toast it.
Right.
So it's roasted.
Really crunchy.
And it's very crunchy. It doesn't have a ton of flavor. It's all about the crunch. So the Dubai chocolate isn't so much, it is about the flavor, but it's about the crunch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of that thing together. Now, you might not want to order your katafi online, and it costs a little bit. So I
Okay.
have found us some substitutions. And because it is a type of phyllo dough, you can get frozen phyllo dough in your frozen aisle where all the
Right.
desserty kind of stuff is.
Right.
Now, if you have phyllo dough, you always want to keep it covered. It dries out in
Really
like
quickly.
a snap of a finger. So I
Really
have kept this
quickly.
one covered. But what I did, and that's what this is here. If you notice, it looks like coconut.
When I
but
first
it's not.
stepped over here, it looked like toasted
He thought it was coconut, y'all.
I did.
And I can't blame him. It looks just like toasted coconut. But it's where I took, well, I'll show you what I did exactly. So I took this really sharp knife and I just
Mm-hmm. Right.
made it as thin as I could.
Right.
Just cut these thin.
You would
and I just
definitely
kept
need
it
a
rolled
sharp,
up.
sharp knife for
And
this.
I did.
Yes.
This is my sharpest knife. So I did that, and I'll let you do a few. You can see
Okay.
it cuts real simple, but
Okay.
the key is you want to cut it as thin as you can. If you cut it a little thick, it's okay. It's still going to work just fine because you're going to kind of chop it up
Right.
anyway.
I'm trying to make it really
You have
thin.
good knife skills.
Well, thank
Look
you.
at you.
I try.
You try. Now that's pretty good. I think we've got
Okay.
enough there.
You got
I
enough?
yeah,
Okay, there
that'll be
you go.
enough to show. And then you can kind of fluff it up a little bit, and you can see how quickly.
Oh, yeah.
See, it's even growing and growing. And then you can just kind of roughly chop it. You don't have to do a whole lot. And what I found, instead of using butter, which I think is kind of a little overwhelming, take a little bit of the no stick cooking spray here.
Okay.
You know, spray the skillet. Well, there went my lid. And just you put that in there, and you'll just spray it, toss it around.
You're basically
Like that.
sauteing.
Just kind of sauteing it, and in the end, it comes like that. Now, I'll
Yeah.
let you know, keep your eyeballs on it,
It'll burn.
because it goes from good to not good in about 30 seconds.
I'd say if you burned that, it would be kind of bitter tasting.
But it does have a lot of crunch to it. It's way cheaper than having to buy this special toasted
Right.
katafi. You can do it yourself. So that's one thing. But another thing I found, because I was just trying to find all kinds of things.
Right.
I thought about chow mein noodles, but I found these Asian style chow mein noodles.
Real
Look how skinny
thinner.
they are.
Yes, very
They're
thin.
super, super skinny, little skinny, thin things. And they have a wonderful crunch. They actually have a little bit of good flavor. And I chopped them up just a little bit
Okay.
to come up with something that's very similar to
Right.
the katafi. This is very inexpensive.
Yes.
And you don't have to do all this work. So I would say if you really want to recreate this yourself in desserts, do this method. Is the least expensive and the easiest one to do.
Oh my goodness.
So
we're going to come back here in
Yes.
just a little while, and we're going to put all of what you've taught us here,
plus a few more things.
plus a few more things. We're going to make a parfait.
Yes.
So I am looking forward to that because I love chocolate. Now I really do. I'm going to tell you something really quick before we go. The katafi.
The katafi's not your
It
thing.
kind of puts me off just a little bit, but I love chocolate, so we're going to figure it out.
And we
coming
have
up.
strawberries.
And we have
Who doesn't love
strawberries.
strawberries?
Love strawberries. We've got fresh ones coming in right now at Food City. Folks, we'll be back with more coming up. Welcome back to Food City Friday here in the kitchen with Chef Julie, and we're talking Dubai chocolate. We're going to be making some parfaits. We were telling you all about how Dubai chocolate came to be a thing, and it has become a big thing.
It's become a big thing, and recently I was able to go to a restaurant and have a Dubai-style chocolate strawberry parfait,
Nice.
which it was about that tall, and there was
Okay.
3 of us, and we're healthy girls, I'll just say that. We couldn't finish it, y'all. It was just too
I was
much.
gonna say, did
It
you-
was so rich.
Did you share it?
Well,
You
yes,
were
we were sharing is caring. No, we did share, but we couldn't finish it. It was
Yeah.
just so much. And I kind of thought to myself, you know, if I did this, I would add whipped cream.
Ah,
So this is a mascarpone whipped cream,
Okay.
which is my new favorite way to make whipped cream.
All right.
And then make sure you have plenty of berries because the acidity of the berry helps
Yeah.
cut through the richness of the chocolate. In this case, Nutella, hazelnut spread, and Food City has a great one,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is just as good as Nutella. Why,
Right
why
there.
spend more when you don't have to spend more?
so we're going to make one.
We're going to make one, and this is one of the Food City berry bowls. Isn't that cute?
That is.
Got all these wonderful
They got those
berries
little
just
shortcuts
ready
out there?
to
Yep. Mm-hmm.
go. And I thought, you know, it's not. You don't have to only do strawberries. I think raspberries would be really good with this
that's
too.
where I'm going to go.
Yeah. So anyway,
Okay.
we're just going to make our own. We got these little plastic cups here, so
Yeah.
you can take it with
All
you.
right.
But I'll let you start with whatever.
I'm going to take this real creamy pistachio
Pistachio
cream.
cream. There you
here.
go.
And I don't know how I'm going to get it in the bottom.
Well, you do it, and I will tell you this.
There
if
it
you
goes, there
kind
it
of-
goes.
Let me show you a little trick.
Okay.
You go ahead and do that.
Okay.
I'm going to take that spoon,
Yeah.
and if you paint the sides a little bit with it, see?
Okay.
Then it becomes a more visual thing.
See,
Other
that's
people
why you're
will
a chef and I'm
see-
not.
They'll see like, oh, something's going on in here. So
Okay.
that's a little trick for y'all. When you do
All
make a
right.
parfait, think about what it looks like
All right.
because we do kind of eat with our eyes. And if you kind of put some of the special ingredients and kind of put them on the side a little bit,
And I'm going to go with,
Yeah.
with some actual crushed
actual
pistachios.
And I will
there.
say Food City has an entire selection of all sorts of flavors. There's a chocolate toffee,
Okay.
there's a honey roasted, and they've got some savory
Okay.
ones too. So you don't have to limit yourself. I just use the plain salted
And
one
I'm
for
going to
this.
go in with
but
some raspberries right here.
I'm going to take some raspberries too.
Okay,
I
you
think
get you
yeah, I'll
some.
get a few and put in
And
mine.
I'm going to take some of this.
Yes. Now,
Okay.
now let me show you. I'll
You
do
do it.
mine.
You do it.
You hold it up here,
Right.
and kind of this, and then you
twist
squeeze.
It. Yep.
Boop.
Yep.
All right. So there you go.
There you go. And I'm going to squeeze some
Yeah, now
right
I'm going to grab
in
some of these
here.
raspberries. I think that's a great idea.
There we go.
Because I tasted that. I'm like, raspberries, because that's that nice and sharp and going on
And
there.
I'm going to do this. Is this?
Now that is me. I made a chocolate ganache, but I added more cream. So if you want a ganache that doesn't set up really solid, you can just either double the cream, or I did 50% more cream.
Okay.
So it's like 8 ounces of chocolate and
And I'm going to paint the
about-
sides like you said.
Yeah, and about 3/4 cup of heavy cream, I think, is
Right.
the typical ganache recipe, but I
Okay.
did a little more. I'm going to use the cream that has the katafi in it.
Okay. And I'm going to put a few
some of
more of
that
these
and look at that.
pistachios in there.
Yeah, the crunch is the thing with these, and you can get a lot of crunch just from the pistachios.
Maybe another raspberry or two.
I'm going to sprinkle a little extra katafi here.
Okay.
Now, I also made my own silly creation, which I didn't give y'all the recipe because it's not that great. but I thought I would share my
I
process.
love your honesty.
I'm trying to be honest because,
Yeah.
you know, that's the thing with the kitchen. Sometimes you try things and sometimes it works great and sometimes it doesn't. So this is where I took I took some of the pistachios, I
Okay.
ground them up, I added it with some almond butter and other sweeteners and other things, and I came up with something. It's okay, but it wasn't good enough to pass the recipe on to y'all. But just to say, I thought if a pregnant lady in Dubai could create a global hit. Now, isn't that pretty? Put you another berry or two on top.
Okay.
And if you want to do for garnish,
Yeah.
you could take a little bit of the broken Dubai chocolate and stick on top, or one of these little cute little cookies. Oh, you've got one in there already.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
Okay.
But I figured if she could create a global hit, then
There
why
we go.
can't we just, you know, start trying stuff?
There we go.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. Oh my goodness, that
But that's
looks.
simple. Isn't that simple to do?
I've got lunch.
You've got lunch, and yeah,
There we
no,
go.
it's a fun dessert. You know, you could make them a little in advance. Fruit can kind
Yeah.
of dry up a little bit on you and get a little weepy sometimes. But it's not a hard thing to make these kinds of desserts, and you can put in what flavors.
Right.
Now, also, if you want more pistachio flavor, they have pistachio pudding and they have pistachio ice cream.
Oh.
So you could
And I've
do
had
the-
pistachio ice cream.
and
It's
that's really good. So that's
Yeah.
another thing. Those you wouldn't make
Yeah.
too far in advance, but that's
right.
another way to get that flavor in there.
Julie, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right, taking something that has just blown up globally and bringing it right here into our
That's right.
daytime kitchen. If you want to find out more about everything we used here today, go to foodcity.com. But Chef Julie has her own website right here, bakingwithjulie.com. I encourage you to head over there to find out this recipe and so very.
The following segment is sponsored by the Waterfront Group.
Beautiful property located near Watauga Lake called Tuscany in Tennessee is now being offered to the public on May 2nd. Here to share with us more about this wonderful place to build a new home for your family is John Maples with the Waterfront Group. How you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. Thank you for your time today.
Oh man, May 2nd is the date. All of this property. Tell us about Tuscany in Tennessee.
So what we have is it's almost hard to explain. I've got multiple different communities surrounded by the National Forest,
Right.
protected land, mountain views, lake access, lake views. So it's a little bit of a second home getaway that's away
Right.
from the city, that's literally out in the country. It's an opportunity to get that slice of heaven that we've all kind of been wanting.
Different size tracts of land that you could build on?
Every bit of it, from 1 to 27 acres in size, high elevation, low-lying property, pasture, completely wooded, you name it. I mean,
Right.
it's a little bit of everything.
I have been on this property before. It looks like a little slice of Europe right here.
That is correct.
In our neck of the woods.
That is correct. So we actually kind of based this off of a Tuscan style. The owners went to visit Italy, kind of fell in love with that area, and then found this property, and we've kind of molded it around
Right.
that. So between the vineyards, between the wineries and the restaurants, we've
Yes.
kind of made this again like a little Tuscan area. So we call it actually Tuscany in Tennessee.
Right. And folks it's going to be first come, first served on this.
That is correct. So what we're doing on May the 2nd is actually a brand new release. We've
Right.
got properties that we're opening up for the first time, and we're doing something different this time. We're building some cottages and we're allowing barnuminiums. It's kind of the new hot thing in the area.
Right.
Everyone's asking, so we're like, why not open up a property where people can build their own barnuminium and
Yes.
still get access to the lake and the mountains like we do.
Also some new things going on there at Villanova as well.
That is correct. So over the last year, through restoration, we've completely remodeled our tasting room. We've opened up a tap room and teamed up with Tennessee Hills Distillery to serve their beer. But we've actually finally opened up our restaurant. Now, a lot of people remember the pizzas, our world famous pizzas in the area. They're finally back, and we're actually serving and up and running now.
just a destination in and of itself. I mean, and now to be able to own a slice of that is going to be fantastic for a lot of folks in our region.
That's correct.
Or not only our region, everywhere.
That's correct. So a lot of people come to the area for no state income taxes, but locals know this as again, a destination area. This is a slice of heaven in our backyard that we get an opportunity to purchase, but this is ground level. There's no time frame to build. There's nothing to do on it. You can buy it and hold on to it, but if you're ready to retire, you can break ground right away.
And I love the fact that you're saying first come, first serve. You don't have to, you can come and check it out, see what you're buying, get an idea of what's going on there, and if you got a vision, you can make it happen.
That's correct. That's correct. And we're there to help you with that vision. We're help to paint the picture to actually get you along through the process.
Yes.
We like to hold your hand through it, and I joke with people, I say first come, first choice. I'll let you get an opportunity to pick out the one that you want, but you got to be there May the 2nd.
Beautiful landscaping. I mean, just the landscaping that's already there, and then just to be able to sit there and with your own mind's eye imagine what could be there.
One of the things we pride ourselves is attention to detail, but this is one of the few locations that we don't really have to do much. All you got to do is look up and look out and see what's out there.
All right. We appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you.
Folks, we're going to give you some information on the screen right now. Coming up on May 2nd, Tuscany in Tennessee.
The preceding segment was sponsored by the Waterfront Group.
All right, welcome back to Daytime Tri-Cities. We are watching some intense competition here on the pickleball courts at Memorial Park Community Center. We're here with Laura Kelly, my pickleball partner today.
Yep.
It's always great on a Monday morning when your assignment is to go play pickleball and talk about a good cause,
I
right?
know, it's the right way to start the week off.
It is. Getting a little exercise this morning. And I know you were saying, too, that this upcoming tournament, guys came up with it last year. What a fun way to give back and, of course, get in on the pickleball action, on all the craze that is pickleball.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, pickleball is clearly something that our community really enjoys. So we're here this morning at Memorial Park Community Center. We'll also be playing at E-Town and Elizabethton. They've been great partners of ours, and we're excited to play over at Riverside and Kingsport. So we've got 3 locations over 3 days, a lot of different divisions, so novice, intermediate, advanced, singles and doubles. I mean, just a lot of different ways that you can play at any level.
And you said last year, too, of course, last year was the first year for this, and lots of different dynamics happening on the pickleball court.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the t-shirt from last year, so you'll see a similar brand for this year's event. You know, we saw friends playing, we saw couples playing, we saw father-son, mother-daughter, so just a lot of different dynamics, like you said.
And this is a tournament that you said, too, they do lots of these tournaments, so it's all very well organized. And
it is. I mean, it's super well organized. We're so thrilled to be partnering again this year with Eastman Rec. So they do the tournament organization. They do a couple tournaments a year. It's really well done. Our lead sponsor this year is Eastman Credit Union. So we're really pleased to have awesome partners supporting this event. And then during the event, there's opportunities to donate because we know this isn't just a pickleball tournament. It's a fun weekend, but it supports a bigger cause of building homes, communities, and hope in our region. And we've just got a really big year this year and in the future of some exciting projects. Holston Habitat, we are still responding to Hurricane Helene. So support goes towards those recovery efforts. We're building new homes for Helene survivors and doing critical repairs. And then we're launching a brand new neighborhood here in Johnson City this year. So we will break ground and house construction will begin early next year. So we've got a lot going on, and I hope registrants and community members know that by participating and supporting, it's going to something more than just a fun time on the court.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives you that purpose behind it, right?
That's right.
And you were talking about Hurricane Helene, and so important to note that there are still families trying to pull together those pieces and put them back together, and Holston Habitat has really been there throughout that process.
That's right. I mean, because it's right in our backyard, we plan to be there until the last family is served. So we're keeping at it.
And it's such a community-driven, community impact. You need help to continue to pull together, whether that's donations or volunteers. There's a lot of different ways that we can help when it comes to Holston Habitat for Humanity.
That's right. I mean, we've got the construction sites. There's always ways to swing a hammer if you're interested. We have the restores. We've got one restore in Kingsport, one in Johnson City. So don't forget that those proceeds support a lot of what we do. So as you're thinking about refurbishing your your vanity or a bedside
Yeah.
table, or looking for new artwork, think of the Restore for both shopping and donating.
Yeah.
And then, participating in events like these. So there's a lot of different ways to get involved.
Yep. And I think while we're here, we've got some great pickleball players.
We do.
We're going to go ahead and recruit. Make sure they are signed up for this tournament as well. And you said too, registration is now open. They have until just before the tournament, but
Yes.
go ahead and get your spot.
Absolutely. So go to holstonhabitat.org to find out more. Again, the tournament runs from May 7th through May 9th across the Tri-Cities. So we hope to have some full courts that weekend.
Yes, absolutely. So that is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, May 7th through the 9th. Go ahead and go online to learn more information and secure your spot for this important Rally for Roofs fundraiser for Holston Habitat for Humanity. Again, that is holstonhabitat.org for more information and to get signed up. Laura, thanks so much. Been a lot of fun.
Thank you. It's been great.